Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. What's popping out there, man? Today, Thursday. One more day of the week. If you lucky and you off Saturday, one more day of the week. In fact, I have 2 more days. I have to work Saturday, so no big deal. No big deal at all. Guys, we're gonna talk about I got a guest coming on today. I think he's in the room. Yeah, he's in the waiting area right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about warning lights. Warning lights. You know, those little gadgets and lights inside your cluster, your dash panel, in some cases your overhead panel that come on, and some of you people tend to ignore it. No, guys, we changing. The industry is changing. Okay, you can no longer ignore those lights. All right, these cars are so computer advanced to where they can snitch on you now. Yes, snitch on you. I uploaded some videos this week. I call these snitch sensors, snitch tags, snitch this, snitch that. So everybody's out there that's ignoring warning lights. I got one warning for you. Simply cut it out. Stop it. Don't do it no more, because if your car under warranty, you can likely avoid your warranty. So we don't want that to happen. Now, I cannot by myself explain all these warning lights, so I decided to bring some help aboard. I mean, a lot of you guys know this dude, Fluffy Mexicanic. Y'all know him. I don't know, 3-4 months ago, I met this dude. Oh my goodness, the work ethic is off the chain, similar to mine. That's likely how, I lashed on to him. The same work ethic, same work, similar environment, similar everything, guys. So we became friends, and it's a long-lasting friendship, I can only hope. So, but I decided to bring him on to help me explain some of these lights that you guys, now I don't know if any consumer in here, a lot of mechanics in here. So if this video is going to go out once we're done. So if some consumers are watching it and it can hit home to them, maybe they would stop ignoring these lights. Okay. Because, yeah, it's not good. So I try to name the video accordingly. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my dude on, one Mr. Fluffy Mexicanic. What is going on? Let me see. How do I do this? Remove. How do I do this? Solo layout. Solo layout. Let me see. I done forgot how to do this. Right here. What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Okay, I need to turn this up then. What's going on?
Not much, bro. Not much.
Okay. Let's do a mic check. Let's do a mic check. Who at the bottom? Oh, Melon, can you hear me? Can you hear Fluff Dog? I'm keeping my 1996 Toyota. Somebody trying to dodge all these snitch cars, so they say they're keeping a 1996 Toyota Corolla. I need a mic check, guys. Who's at the very bottom? So can somebody tell me if you can hear me as well as Fluff Mexicanic? Okay, which OBD do you recommend? Fluff sounds like he far. His mic is off. Is there some on my end? Mic check good. Mic check good on my end. Fluff sound.
Hear me?
Y'all hear Fluff Dog? His mic is off. Can hear a Mexicanic. Can't hear Mexicanic. Let's get that taken care of. Fluff is very quiet. Yours is fine. I don't know if it's nothing on my end. Fluff is hard to hear. I can't hear Fluffy very well.
Can y'all hear me?
That sounds good. Let me see who gonna turn up game. Mexicanic. What's wrong with you, man? Somebody said turn up games.
Can y'all hear me?
He said now. Paul Velez says now. That sounds good to me. I don't know. That's better. All right, that's better. According to somebody at the very bottom. What's going on, man? How you doing, man? What is popping, man?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, man. What's up, man? You ready for Sunday, Easter, something like that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are ready.
That's what's up. Let's talk about some of these warning lights, man. Man, do you see the video I uploaded today or last week talking about that snitch sensor?
Yep. And coincidentally, we got the same thing at the shop right now.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. Now, there's a couple of reasons why these lights are being implemented, or these devices are being, so I don't know. I think from a warranty standpoint, these companies tired of spending money trying to repair these cars that have been technically abused. Okay, so maybe they about to put their foot down. Say if your car don't pass the smell test, your warranty will likely be voided. So I can only assume that's the case. All right, which one of these lights you want to tackle?
It's up to you. What we got? What we got?
Okay, we're at the top left. That is a battery. That's nothing really fancy. I mean, if you see that light, what would you do? If that car came in to Fluff Dog's shop with a battery light on, what would one Mr. Fluffy Mexicanic suggest that the customer do?
I am going to test the battery. Actually, no. First, I'm going to hook up my voltmeter and I'm going to check to see what kind of voltage I got. I got 11 volts. Do I have 14? Is it a battery sensor issue? Is it an alternator issue?
Interesting. So
I would not want to be driving with that light on.
I was just going to say that. That can leave you stranded, man. That battery light is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. So if y'all riding around with battery lights on, that is no good. All right, the one underneath is check engine light. Now, let me say this, guys. These lights are supposed to be color coded from an emergency standpoint. Red's supposed to be real bad. Yellow's supposed to be, semi warning. Although I disagree with that. I think this check engine light should be red because if it is flashing, all right, yes, here I say flashing check engine light. That's one of those you pull over, okay, because you are technically you're ruining your car. You're destroying your car. You're destroying $1,000 cat converters. Those cats are not cheap. Okay, you're sending unburned fuel through your exhaust system, and that can ruin your cat converter. So, from a safety standpoint, guys, check engine light to me is number one, especially if it's flashing. Okay, you got anything you want to add to that, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Now, I wish they would color code their check engine light
to be like red.
Red if it's catalyst damaging. Normally on this cars, right?
Yeah. Maybe it turns red once it's flashing. I never paid that much attention.
No, it stays flashing yellow. And even if it has to be a real severe misfire for it to flash too.
To start flashing. Yeah.
And anything fuel related or evap leak, you could have a leak in your tank. Well, that's fuel vapor. That's fuel vapor. So I wouldn't want to spark next to my.
I know, right? Those vapors. Think about this check engine light also, guys, is other faults can trigger this, like transmission problems will essentially turn on a check engine light because anything that will affect emissions, from my understanding, will turn that light on, and a generic scan tool likely can read the trouble codes, the fault codes, and things like that, because a lot of car companies don't want you knowing some things that's going on in a system, but it's industry standard that they display P codes. I hope I'm saying that right. P codes are pretty much emissions. So if it's anything that will affect emissions, that have to be available for the general public, for everybody. No, it's not a Chrysler thing, not a Nissan thing, and guys, by the way, we're talking from a general car standpoint. We're not talking from a Nissan or Chrysler or GM. Warning lights are universal. All right, Fluff, what's up with this oil thingamajig right here?
Oil light means pull over right now. Stop driving. Stop.
Why you say
I remember back in the day, there were vehicles that if the oil pressure went low, it cut the fuel pump.
Oh, it'll kill it?
Yeah, I know some GMs were like that.
It should be like that, man. It most definitely should be like that. We haven't got the coolant temp sensor later, but it's the same scenario, man. Why is car company letting these cars continue to run in the event that oil pressure is super low? Now, mind you, this light could indicate there's a difference between low oil pressure and low level.
Yes.
So I don't know that light there. What do you make of that light? Is that a pressure or a level?
That to me is pressure.
It's pressure.
That to me is pressure all the way.
But you don't think you should continue to drive if oil pressure is low as opposed to oil level being low?
I think both of them are important.
Yeah.
I think both of them you should get it checked out immediately, or at least pull over and see what's going on. Normally, if you got low oil pressure, you're gonna hear something going along with it too.
Oh wow. Yeah, and that's definitely bad.
Yeah.
But that's you said GM was one of the car companies that take away.
I remember I had a S10
Uh,
wouldn't crank or it wouldn't start, and we replaced the fuel pump. Well, it turns out it was an oil pressure sensor.
oh wow. Oh, so
Yeah.
that wasn't really low oil pressure. The
Nope.
sensor was making it think.
It was a sensor making it think.
Oh my goodness, that could lead to other misdiag. That could lead to all kinds of stuff, man.
Oh yeah. It took me having to go back to work a couple days later and pull up a diagram, and then I was like, oh, you get that light bulb that goes off, and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
So it's an input to the computer.
Mm-hmm.
If a certain I don't know, a computer deals with binary codes, or X's and O's or whatever. So if the signal is not there from a pressure, that will send a signal out to the fuel pump relay to not come on to allow starting. So hypothetically, you will not damage the engine. Makes sense.
Right. And this was on a 91 Sonoma.
Oh, you talking about something old?
Yeah, old, an older vehicle.
That's not going on now. You don't think?
I haven't seen it. I mean, Nissan, we don't have that. And if our oil pressure sensor fails, it fails high. The oil pressure goes. The oil pressure gauge goes all the way high. Rather than go low. It's weird.
We don't have nothing of that magnitude either, as far as safety features where the car was shut off or anything like that. But now that video I posted. There's a lot of what they call it when you making up stuff. Politicians use this term all the time. Car companies, it's like they don't. Based off the comments, people were saying car companies don't want you to know. They want you to burn your engine up, so you have to buy another car. Just crazy things like that. I don't know what to make of that stuff, because I really find it hard to believe that a car company wants you to keep riding your car while it's overheating, so you can burn it up and buy another car.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. I think they might expect people to know about these lights.
Yeah.
Because it is in the owner's manual, so they do expect people to read through it. We don't, even as technicians, we don't.
Yeah,
we're expected to know stuff like that, but they're there for a reason, though. They're there for a reason, to raise concern. Yeah, especially with it being color coordinated. Red, danger.
Oh, that one is red.
Caution.
Yeah,
and then of course green is letting you know something is on.
What when you got that one, tell you that this traction control, right? Shit, I have a hard time. Not sure that's a warning light, is it? What is that there?
I think that just means that you're slipping, so you're losing traction, and of course you'll feel it at the same time. I know with Nissan, if one of the tires lets loose, then it starts flashing at you. Okay, not necessarily solid.
That one should definitely stay yellow. That's one of those non-essential. Like what we talking here? This little green thing, if it's just a foot.
I've never. That looks like great, like to start, or
I can't make that one out. Who in the comments?
So you've done EV stuff, right?
Yeah, I had some training. Now it's not gonna stick until you know what I'm saying, until you start working on this stuff. So training is cool all day long, but until it start getting
that to me looks like ready mode. When everything's powered up and it's ready to drive.
That's a foot.
Yeah. I want to say that's what it is. When I saw that, I was like, man, what is that? But I want to say it's ready mode for EV.
Traction control or steering and now lane cross sensor failure. Interesting. Sarah Mobile. You recognize some of these guys in the comment section?
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are mine.
Yeah, okay, that's what's up.
Let's get these numbers up. Let's make it another record.
Yeah, we share.
In here.
We share subscribers from time to time. We share people. Traction control or steering and now lane cross sensor. Okay, that's technically not a warning thingamajig, but a feature thing. I want to assume.
Yeah.
ABS. What's up with this ABS light?
ABS light.
Yeah.
It could mean a number of things. something wrong with the ABS module, a wheel speed sensor going out.
Yeah, but it's not one of those you need to hightail it to the shop. I wouldn't think.
Not necessarily. Now I don't see it on here, but it could be conjoined with a brake light as well. Both of them can come on.
Oh yeah, at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys, and whoever whoever listen, let me say this: if these lights are on, typically that means that feature is now disabled. Okay, so if you're riding around with an airbag light, just so you know, in the event of an accident, your airbags may not deploy. That's just what I was told. If the light is on, it's not active. The system is not. The system is disabled. So if your ABS light on, in the event of you about to crash and you slam on your brakes, your ABS may not work because it's technically disabled because the computer sees a problem. All right. And one thing about ABS, I don't know how other car companies set up, but Fluff, that's on CAN-C as far as bus network.
Mm-hmm.
So, and CAN-C is very important to a FCA vehicle. Anything that brings CAN-C down, the car goes down with it.
Yeah, we got K-Line, and then we just got CAN Communications, which is your main bus network.
What do you mean by wild card? Sorry, Mobile Diesel. It's a diesel guy in the house. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you stopping by. ABS is a wild card nowadays. Is this if the light is on, the system is disabled. So you can't say try not to have a crash because nobody plans to have an accident. So, but yeah, just so you know, the system is disabled. What my man saying about this green light? I don't think it is bad. It is green, so I don't think it's bad. The foot thing. Now I can't make this. Now, what you about to say?
I read up on it real quick. It says only equipped with automatic transmissions, this light will illuminate after the engine is started and reminds the driver that the brake pedal has to be pressed in order to shift out of park.
Really? That's not.
Yeah.
That has to be set. That has to be.
Almost sounds made up.
Do you think that's common sense? Even if your car is not push start, you almost have to. Well, to put it in gear, I know you got to step on the brake. That brake input is so freaking important. To where it's ridiculous. It can cause everything. Green foot in a Volkswagen. For foot on brake pedal for automatic transmission. Interesting. Scott Grande. Volkswagen information that I did not know. My brand that is preheaters for diesel. I got that light. Want to teach my wife about the low fuel light. Oh, we're about to get to the low fuel. What's this one here, man? What the hell going on here?
Ooh.
Look that one up while yeah. I'm gonna entertain.
That almost looks like I want to say, man, I have no idea. It could be power steering or it could be brake.
Yeah, that's one that's not whenever
that doesn't look too universal. I know we have something that looks like a circle with an exclamation point in it, but it has like ridges along the circle to show a steering wheel.
Yeah.
For our power steering system. But that circle with the exclamation point, I have no idea.
Could be some electric power steering system of some sort.
So Sayer is saying steering.
Yeah. So it must be the car must be equipped with electric power steering in order for one to see this light.
Yep.
Interesting. Guys, you know what? I'm old, right? I'm an older guy now. Do you know? Do y'all know? As far as this gas light right here, I'm assuming that's low fuel light, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Do y'all know if there was an error on this side of this thing? That's the side where you put gas in, as opposed to the other side. You know what I'm talking about, Fluff? If you driving up to a gas station, you want to know what side you'll feel where you put the gas at. You want to know what side it is.
Yep.
Yeah. There's normally a little error on the side that is. I'm just not.
You know, I learned that from a Facebook post a few years ago. I never noticed that damn arrow.
dude, it was just this. It was just recently, and matter of fact, I made a shorts video as soon as I caught on to it. Finally catch on the bandwagon. I just never gave it much thought, so never gave it much thought.
Well, I thought it was common sense.
Yeah, right. Stupid RAV on the FCA vehicle. All right, guys, we down to the coolant temp sensor. The almost important to me. That should have been, well, it's up there with oil and check engine light as far as important go. But coolant temp sensor, it's a lot of misconfusion about that, in my opinion, as far as consumer goes. Okay, car companies tend to think consumers supposed to know when their car overheating. Okay, now, Fluff, there's a difference between a little symbol like this and a gauge. If you as a consumer just starting driving, which will be more, what's the best way to alert the customer that their car is overheating? You know what I'm saying?
Noise, audible tones.
Audible tone.
Yep, I remember. Well, in my Silverado, once it starts overheating, it starts beeping at me. And the light starts flashing. Not only is a gauge pegged out, but it starts beeping at me too.
I was just gonna say some cars have the gauge, so the needle likely in the H. But if there's nothing flashing or audible signal, that still can get by a general customer.
I don't know what they can do about that. Maybe reduce power once it hits a certain temperature, like a limp in mode.
Yeah, they got to figure out something because under warranty they are spending a lot of money to repair engines that were simply overheated. Yeah, so and that brings up a point about the new reman engines that's being built. They're now coming with those those heat plugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they change colors or either melt in the event that engine got extremely hot.
Yeah, and I've seen those mainly from like LKQ.
Oh yeah,
junkyard engines, and they try to use that as an excuse. But like, how's the customer gonna know?
How's the customer gonna know what? That
the vehicle overheated or how much it overheated?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole the deal. What do they expect out of the customer? They give them a gauge. They give them a warning light, the one we just went over, but that's still not enough to make a customer pull over and acknowledge that their car is actually overheating to the point where they don't need to drive. So maybe like you was talking about on the oil, they should just find a way to disable the car in the event that happened.
And it'd have to be at a certain temperature to save the engine. So once it gets about 250, 260 maybe.
That's engine destroying temperature right there, 250. We can agree on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is that a good number we can agree on?
I don't want to say that that's a good number. I'm just throwing a number out there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to see anything over 240. 240 is up there in heat.
Dude, the way as sophisticated as the computers are today, why isn't that an input? The computer now have control over the fuel pump relay. Simply snatch the ground away from the fuel pump relay in the event the temperature reached 240, your car won't run no more. I mean, maybe they're afraid of lawsuits. You know, the car died in the middle of nowhere at 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe they're afraid of getting sued, so that's not a good option.
Yeah, that's what one of the comments says from Dave Unbranded. Lawsuit incoming, my car shut off on me. Yeah. Loss of power steering, loss of brakes. So that could be a reason. But like I said, limit the power.
Limit the power.
The power to let them come to a safe stop. And then once the vehicle is under a certain speed, then cut the engine.
Yep, that one we're doing with the Wrangler. Unfortunately, that one was self-inflicted from a car oil change shop. But yeah, every new engine we get now is going to have heat tags on.
Oh, is that what Mopar is doing? FCA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Every new engine we get. That was a Gen 3, which means the engine that came out of that is not old, but it didn't have the heat plug.
I thought that was an LKQ engine.
No, that's that oil change company paying for a new engine. The customer demanded a new engine.
Wow. Interesting.
The warranty company, they try to send some garbage or some bull crap. I think they got a hold to the wrong customer. The customer demanded a new engine, and I don't know if you can get a used Gen 3 Pentastar. That engine haven't been out, that long. I've been driving 30 years. I've never ran out of gas and never overheated to a head gasket fail. People just don't pay attention enough.
Or they try to wing it.
I'm almost there. I got 10 more miles. I'm already 3 o'clock in the morning.
Guilty.
I know my on 8.
I'm guilty of that.
Top left, top right. What the hell is that?
Top right, I have no idea. It looks like a piglet tail. I have no idea. Maybe you do. You know? I
don't start me
never
to
seen it.
Don't start me to line. Maybe somebody in the comment pinpointed out for it. The next one down, airbag. That's a important one as far as safety go.
It's important.
Yeah.
Although those components are so expensive that sometimes customers can't even afford to fix it.
Oh, you talking about in the event the airbag fail?
Yes, an airbag, a module, and then I don't know how Chrysler is, but with Nissan, we have a replacement parts list. So replace this first. That don't fix it. Replace this, and then replace that. So I mean, if you're getting down to a harness, they don't want us checking the circuits.
They don't want you checking the circuits?
They do not want us checking circuits, because if the technician makes a mistake and airbags go off, then
yeah.
So we start with the cheapest thing and then work our way up. Usually the harness is the most expensive when it comes down to it. But it's one of those parts cannon thing that we have no choice but to just throw parts at it. It could get expensive for a customer.
So people calling that some type of diesel glow plug type. Jason, you know Jason, don't you? Jason is the dude. Jason Picaro.
He came on my stream couple days ago.
Yeah, man. Jason habitual YouTube watcher, and
actually he's been in my stuff quite a bit lately.
Yeah. I did. When Jason come in, I'm all eyes and ears. But I never would have figured that out. Whoever saying glow plugs, diesel, Shop Cat Industries, y'all on top of it, because that is
even though we have that Cummins Titan, I know nothing about it, and I don't want to know anything about it, because then they're gonna want me to work on them.
Look, even Lake's out of it. Yo, you two dummies. That's all like glow plugs, like, bruh, Lakes. I ain't know, dog. I do not freaking know.
I refuse.
Glow plug indicators. And as far as the airbag, like I say, guys, like I was saying earlier, in the event your airbag light on, please be aware that your airbag is disabled. Okay, so it's not gonna blow, it's not gonna pop, it's not gonna do what it's supposed to do in the event you have a crash, because it's disabled. And now after wrecks, they have a way they can tell, go back and scan your car and like data recorder or something, and see all kinds of goodies now, man. It's done got real fancy now, Fluff. You have an accident, they can hook up your data link connector.
Oh.
Yeah, and tell if that airbag was active. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you can't sue car companies if you had an airbag problem and you had an accident and your airbag didn't blow.
Yep. So I have a funny story on that one. I had a customer come in twice that her brakes failed. Supposedly her brakes failed. Checked it out, found out that she had spilled coffee on her park brake module. So we replaced that. A couple months later, she comes in saying that she was in an accident because her brakes failed again. Well, it got so deep that they sent one of those inspectors out. And he said she didn't have her seatbelt on. She didn't do this. She didn't do that. She was on this side, like a black box.
Oh, like a data recorder, like on planes.
Yep.
Ooh, you talk about a snitch box.
The hands are on the steering wheel. If they try to turn, oh my, that's a snitch box for real.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just like that data recorder on airplanes.
Yeah.
Snitch bot. But they got to do what they got to do to protect themselves. So we down to this all important tire sensor, guys. That is, I personally belittled the importance of tire pressure until I matured and got older. I ain't gonna even lie, dog. I thought that was meaningless, mean nothing. 20 pounds of pressure, who cares? No big deal. But no, like I say, after I matured and read more into it, you can affect fuel economy, and you can also put yourself at risk of having an accident because tires can actually overheat if they're underinflated. Or I don't know what can happen if it's overinflated. But
if it's overinflated, same thing.
It can overheat.
Only handle so much for so long.
Yeah. So I'm guilty. I belittled the importance of tire pressure. Guys, this light is no joke. If you see that, please, take that serious. You know.
Now with that, that's one of those, is it flashing or is it solid? Flashing when you start up, or is it just solid? It's gonna tell you whether you have a TPMS that's going out.
Oh yeah.
Or you actually have air pressure issue. And I think they should color code that light too. Below a certain pressure, hey, red.
Okay.
You know,
now on our cluster, you can see the actual numbers of each tire: 40 psi, left front, left rear, stuff like that.
Is y'all's right away, or is it laggy? Do you have to drive a certain amount, a certain distance?
In order for it to, now after we replace it, we got to go drive it so to recalibrate itself and come up that way. But for the most part, that's obviously important to car makers, that you know what your tire pressure is, because it's a big ass screen right there on your cluster. Left front tire 32, right front 20, but that's a different color.
Yeah.
So they making it
so y'all's are color coded then.
Yeah, if the tire real low, they want you to know big time.
Now I wanted to touch back on that coolant light.
Mm-hmm.
We have transmission temperature sensor lights that look similar also.
Oh yeah,
and that's not showing up on there. So we have transmission temperature.
What it look like?
It looks similar to that.
You have to pull one up because I don't know. I want to see what it and it's designed to let you know that your transmission temperature is a high, low, or
high, burning up.
Okay.
So it has that temperature knob, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like a gear around it.
That's there to alert the customer that the transmission temp,
that the trans temp is high.
So what a customer supposed to do? Stop driving? Or that's one of those things that you know what I'm saying? I put yourself in the customer's shoes. If you saw that light and you still able to drive, you're gonna obviously keep going.
I'm not gonna know what that is.
I'm
not gonna know what that is. And then another thing on the coolant temp light, we had a couple models around 2010, 2012, where depending on the coolant temperature, it was blue, green, or red. Blue meant cold, green meant okay, and then red was hot, overheating.
Wow.
So we color coded those. Now we got away from it, but I wish they would have kept it. That could save some customers from that, from overheating, just based off of knowing
the
difference between the colors.
Okay. So yeah, these data boxes can read how fast you're going. According to Beard. What's up, my guy? Bearded Ford Tech. What's going on, dude? Appreciate you stopping by, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one Shop Cat Industry. You find that light, man? I want to see that light.
Oh, yes, I did.
I don't know if that's a car thing, a car manufacturer thing, or in general type thing. Because I don't know. Let me see. Add to stream.
They pretty much look like this.
And it's a transmission light.
It's a transmission light. Transmission temperature light. So of course the coolant looks like water, and then the transmission geared.
Right. This is what this cooling light over here on to right beside you. That is what they banking on when your car overheating. But like I say, if it doesn't something audible or something banging in your ear to tell you the car is hot, no one's gonna pay that much attention.
See, and they used to have like little dashes when it was starting to get hot. Now it's just you're okay, and then boom, hot. Like no warning, no nothing. So I don't know. I think they're just expecting customers to have some knowledge in their vehicles.
Oh, this is interesting. I've been saying, and this is because I was told this, so I'm only going to regurgitate what I'm told at the training center, guys. When I say if your airbag light on is disabled, maybe that's one of those prevent a lawsuit type saying that car companies will put out, and they expect everybody to regurgitate it so it'll be etched in stone. But according to Mr. Case, some vehicles keep certain airbags active always, even with the light on. Is that true? Oh, he asking the question. From my understanding, it's disabled. Like curtains airbag, for example. Yeah, from my understanding, it's disabled.
I think it just depends on the actual issue at hand. So if it's a module issue, an airbag module issue, then it disables that certain module.
Yeah, everything is monitored nowadays. Our Pacifica, man, our van Pacifica had 30 modules on that vehicle. So a module for each door.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
So
we got the new EV Aria, and that thing is loaded.
Isn't it?
CAN gateways.
Oh, you're talking about electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
So many modules being checked.
My man, the Avenger, I check my tire pressure every month. So you obviously don't have the tire pressure system. That became law. Anybody know when that became law? Because it's now mandatory. It's standard equipped on cars nowadays. You can't say I don't want that. It's like ABS. ABS is standard equipped. There was once a time where you had a choice. You want a car with ABS or not? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff passed a law, or Congress passed a law that to where it's mandatory. I'm wondering what the age of your car if you have to check your air pressure on your own nowadays.
I think it was 2008 when they mandated it. I think.
Yeah. Use deploying. I'm waiting for a recall appointment, but the airbag, they doing all the airbag modules. That particular company that made those modules, they going through every car company out there and replacing all the airbag module.
Yep, that famous Takata airbag.
I was trying to think of the name of it. Yeah. We are to go in every last model. And you know what's crazy, Fluff? A lot of them haven't been done yet.
Oh, there's a lot, and there's constantly coming out with new ones too.
Yeah. So
I think they're doing it by brand, by models, because if they just do everybody all at the same time, we won't have enough supply. Just about every car manufacturer uses the same.
Yeah, Uncle Mark got a customer. She saw it, called me and asked what is light with line up and down dot below and a horseshoe. For real. Yeah, she's talking about the tire pressure light. So what are some of the strange lights that you've been seeing? Have you seen, or you want to go over? Because I done met.
Look at this one. What is this one?
What did it say that the transmission warning? Yeah, what car is that? Or what? Car makers are still picky, man, about what they don't. A lot of car makers don't want to have the same symbols as
everybody else.
Yeah, everybody want to be different, man. That's why I was glad when they made the data link connector. You wasn't around back then, Fluff. The data link connector was not always right there. Jason know what I'm talking about. Uncle Mark, all the older cats, that thing was all over the place post 96.
I heard it was hidden everywhere.
Dude, oh my goodness. Chrysler had one out there. I think Uncle Mark got one of those 93 Intrepids or one of those old Intrepids.
Mm.
The data link connector is under the hood by the battery. And it's a little square thingamajig that you need a special scan to read. So, yeah, they passed that law to say it's had to be a 16-way connector, guys. All companies.
So this one, they have it labeled wrong on here. It says transmission warning, and I saw it in the comment too. That's the exhaust warning for the deaf. No, not deaf. What'd they say? Yeah. Oh yeah, it is deaf. That's a deaf warning light. So you see the little droplets for the deaf fluid, and then the puff of smoke for the exhaust.
Oh man. So
I don't know why it's labeled like that, but that looks kind of funky. And how's a customer supposed to know that?
Man, this my guy here, that's a myth. According to SAR, if your light is on, it's still enabled. The airbag never disabled. That is a myth. All that means that the PCM pre-check failed the airbag check, but you can remain on and also can go off without impact. I'm not sure I want to find out. Like, I don't want to have a wreck with the light on just to find out if they deploy. So I guess I'll never know. But only thing we can go by is what's printed, and what's regurgitated. Okay. But that's interesting, my dude. Okay. I don't know. I never gave that much thought as far as it being enabled. I've seen that light on and the tech bag just popped off on many B-Ricks.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Now, Sayer's been around the business for a long time. He's actually, mobile.
Oh, yeah? Man, respect for you guys that work on any and everything and mobile. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I just don't know, man. I have mobile guys. They got my number on speed down. They'll call me when they stuck on a Dodge product or whatever. I do what I can to help them guys out because first of all, they bold. They bold and they cocky. So I got mad respect for anybody out there working on any and everything, especially from a mobile mechanic standpoint. Okay,
and they're normally on their backs when doing this stuff. And we have the luxury of lifts at the shop.
I can't. Tim, I used to see Tim doing that all the time. Tim ain't no young cat. Astro Auto Repairs. Dude, he a mobile guy, so he go out there. He got a truckload of jacks and everything. So, but he get it done. Just I ain't cut out for that, man. Overinflation don't give alarms though. So yeah, they don't really care if you're overinflated. Just as long as you're not underinflated. So, but touch on some of these comments, man. I don't recognize. The blowout cord flashing. Flashing is a problem with the system. Light solid is air pressure problem. Okay.
So on that one, with Nissan, we'll flash the light for 30 seconds when you first start up, indicating that there's an issue with the TPMS system, and then it'll go solid and stop flashing.
Let me tell you a comment I see all the time that makes no sense, and you really don't have much of a choice. The tutu. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have much of a choice. I guess if you're an older guy, you're going to hang on to your old cars forever, right? So I don't know too many women's going to go for that. So they want something new. But if you're trying to dodge technology by simply not buying anything new, I don't know how far you're going to get with that thought process because it's almost inevitable, dude. Yep. They're going to force it down our throat no matter what. So I don't get it. I see this comment a lot. This is why I won't buy new cars. I stay with my old cars. I don't like rat box.
But that goes to say, like with technicians, with mechanics.
Yeah.
We didn't want computers in cars, and then they started putting them in there.
It's nothing we can do about that, man.
Yep.
Nothing we can do about it. won't disable the whole system, only the airbag that's at fault. So, with the airbag light on, I'm reading that you still get some of your features. Okay. So just say your airbag light on for a clock spring failure. But we see that a lot. I don't know what y'all seeing over there. Clock spring, you do those
Clock springs on older vehicles.
Yeah. So what Bearded Ford or whoever said this, what feature will be disabled if your airbag light on for a clock spring failure? That's obviously on the driver's side on the steering wheel, right? So will you lose that airbag deployment in the event you have a crash? It's basically what I'm getting out of your comment. As far as that light goes. So correct me if I'm wrong, my guy. Really,
especially if there's a clock spring issue, it's not gonna fire that airbag no matter what.
Yeah, that thing, man. That thing drove us crazy. You know, the horn signal go through the clock spring. All kinds of signal go through it. So we was replacing clock springs for some of the craziest reasons. Tell the lady she need a $500 clock spring because her horn don't work, and she want to know.
Or the volume on the steering wheel ain't working.
Some of the craziest stuff was related to that damn clock spring.
Yeah. I saw a comment saying, let me see, where'd it go?
Can you know how to highlight it? Will it let you do those?
I don't think it lets me. It was a take a break light.
Take or break?
I don't know if I've heard of it. I've heard of it to where if you're driving for so long, like it tries to remind you to take a break. And I think it's a coffee mug.
Take a break. I used to work for Uber. I told y'all that. I used to work for Uber. Mm-hmm. They fixed our phone to where we was forced to take a break. You can't drive more than 8 hours. If you if you logged in for longer than 8 hours, it'll shut you down, so you can't take another ride. So yeah, I'm sure that's some type of safety issue. And play this with you. What are we looking at?
This one right here.
Please.
It's a real thing. I was driving. I was driving back to San Antonio from Houston, and I just gave up my location. That's cool. I was driving back from training, and it took us through some back road, like little town after little town after little town. And after about 2.5 hours of driving, it beeped at me. And I'm like, what the? I look down, take a break.
Yes.
On a Kia. I was like, wow. I would have never believed it.
What you drive, man? What's your daily?
My daily is an Equinox, but that's in the shop, so I'm driving around my little Cobalt.
Your Equinox in this? Oh my goodness, it must be under warranty.
Extended. I didn't want to work on it myself, so I took it in, and I'm regretting it because they haven't even got it in the shop. Whole month later.
Oh wow.
Whole month later.
Damn. Yeah.
Well, there it is, right there.
Waiting on parts or something? What they doing?
No, they haven't called in my claim. They said, "Oh, sir, we're backed up. We got cars waiting 8 months to get into the shop." I'm like, man.
Wow.
Try to throw I'm a technician too.
Yeah.
I know. It don't take no 8 months unless parts on back order. It's just a timing cover leak. That's it. They haven't made my claim, so.
David Escato, thanks for the we appreciate that, man. That is what's up, man. Yes, really appreciate that, David Escato. That's the first time calling and seeing a lot of these names. So you obviously got some traffic over here because I do not recognize a lot of these folks, but I appreciate them stopping by. What is Beard Ford talking about? Yeah, had one on 6.7 power shop. Passenger airbag had high resistance in the circuit. That airbag was disabled, but all others are working. The side curtains would still work. So in other words, it's still active even if the light on. So I'm gonna have to change the way I explain that, obviously, because it's wrong. According to other texts, I don't put a lot of thinking into this stuff until I'm forced to talk about it, which is now. But at any rate, that is what's up, Bearded Ford Tech. Appreciate that information, man. Exclamation mark on it. Oh, who's the live chat steals cat converters and be honest. What? Who in the live chat steals cat converter? Be honest.
Hopefully nobody up in here.
Dude, I saw a video the other day. The guy was caught red-handed doing it. You know what? I meant to screenshot that and record it just to put out a warning to you guys. If you walk up on somebody stealing a cat converter, don't walk up on somebody stealing a cat converter. If they see you, if they see you and they continue to take it, rob it, they obviously don't give a damn about nobody or nothing. At that point, you in their way. I'm still gonna upload that video.
That was the one where they were stealing it from like a company truck, right?
Yeah, it was a girl.
What are you doing?
Yeah, oh, you know what I'm talking about?
And then he gets all up in the window and the dude hits the phone.
That's what I'm talking about. It was a girl in the truck too, wasn't it?
Yep.
I think
and then the O2 sensor got stuck and he's still cutting and looking and cutting.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I cannot believe that guy went along with still taking that, even though somebody with a phone walking around got his face readily available. Yep. It's like, dude, do you know how your life? Do you know you put yourself in harm's way? This guy don't give a damn about life. Number one, he ain't even covering up his face, so he's so far gone.
He must have had nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, dog. You film and you still taking it. You gotta walk up on him like, "What are you doing?" It's like,
I saw that the other day. I was like, I cannot believe people.
What the hell you mean? What are you doing? He's still in the converter. Like, you should get a life. Maybe you should try to get a life. I can't with these people. I'm not walking up on nobody that's bold enough to take a Cadillac converter right in front of you. Okay, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna deliver 5 Wolf 72. No warning lights here. This guy drive a 72 F10. What in the hell is an F10? That comes
F100.
F100. I mean F100.
Old school.
Gotta be 72 model. Dad's garage ain't worrying about no dumb warning lights.
I think they had just the brights, right? Brights and turn signals.
I guess so.
Bright light and turn signals.
Not understanding that their tires are low because of the cold. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. What else you got on this topic, man?
Crash warning lights.
Crash warning lights?
Y'all got those with the front radars, lane camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
haven't had much what it's set up to where you can't get too close to something, right? Where your car vibrates
or cruise control. And then if it's equipped with forward emergency braking as well, could be a safety concern. Normally they're in the bumper, so people were hitting stuff and causing damage to the brackets and stuff.
Damn.
So there's that. There's what was another one?
It's a low coffee light. What the hell is a low coffee light, man? Uncle Mark, what year model vehicle is that? It is real light, different meaning though.
It has a sensor in your cup holder.
Oh my goodness.
Cup holder sensor.
I agree. The 5 listed, including OMC Fluffy, hands down the best. That is what's up. Don's in the building. Don's in the building. Shop Cat. I appreciate you guys stopping by, man. On the other hand, my meal panics every time the TPS light comes on in the fall, not understanding that the same thing happened to her old Blazer. Just didn't have a light. What was we doing before tire pressure monitor? We will take we will keep a tire gauge in the glove box, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody will find a way to keep a tire gauge in the glove box.
Or simply walk around your vehicle before you get in.
Yeah. Like that means Mopar, no car. This guy being funny. He got jokes. Okay. I'm being hammered with that saying about Mopar, no car, none of that Derman stuff. Some guys don't take that. It's like, that ain't a thing. That ain't funny to them. I was like, I don't use Derman. Like, I really Same. Right. We talked about opinions last time. Remember, everybody has an opinion. Mm-hmm. You can't discredit somebody because of their opinion. It's their opinion. It just happened to be different than yours, and that's okay. So I'm a big firm believer in the OEM off-it adapter housing. In my opinion, is better than any of them out there. Not just Derman, but any of them. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people don't take too kindly to that statement. So I don't know. They got to deal with it. That's my
We
opinion.
have to do OEM though. As far as being in a dealer, it's hard when we're putting aftermarket parts because then if that aftermarket part fails, we can't warranty it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's like auto lights versus NGK. You know, how many cars do we see come in with auto light spark plugs, misfiring, running rough, burning up cats? It's just because they put the put the wrong damn spark plugs in there.
Oh,
What's up, Gilman?
Yep, 30 modules. That's it. Damn, what are you saying? It should be more. I think the new Pacifica do have even more. I just don't know how many because I don't lost track, and I ain't interested in little stupid modules like even the freaking rearview mirror. Like they got a module now. Like you look at your topology now and you scan too, it's more boxes being added, meaning there's more modules. You see what I'm saying? So.
Oh man, in our Aria we have close to 50.
Wow. And what vehicle is this?
The Aria, that new EV, close to 50 modules.
Do y'all? Well, I'm sure it's the law. The new fully electric vehicle, they got to have some kind of audible pedestrian sound that it would make.
Yes.
That actually sound like a car.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no engine running. So
I don't know what exactly it is. I mean, there's sometimes you can hear that thing coming and all you hear is a whine.
Yeah.
You hear
That's supposed to be similar to an actual engine running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now they're making it a way you can change that sound to whatever you want it to be. So you can get a Hellcat.
Oh yeah, I remember Tesla was doing that, right?
You get a Hellcat audible sound and plug it, flash update your computer and flash in Hellcat sound. But by law, there has to be some kind of pedestrian sound that will generate if you got a full electric car. So, all right. So yeah, I guess it's never disabled, guys. Obviously, yeah. Thanks, Sharon, Mobile Diesel.
I never even put too much thought to that.
I did now to this conversation.
Yeah. Now that it does make sense though, because in the event of an accident, you still want to save as many lives as you can.
Put your dang seatbelt on to turn off the light and activate the airbag system again. Easy solution.
We forgot about that seatbelt light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seatbelt light.
Ford and GM have crash box in the PCM. Are you referring to the new vehicle? It's a new technology or data recording box. We're not talking about emission data recording. I'm sure you know this. We're not talking about that, but we're talking about but like I said, crash box. I'm sure that keep up. So insurance company want to see that data. I guess the determining factor will come from that data, whether they pay, you know what I'm saying, or not. If there was no brake input when you ran off the cliff, does that constitute suicide? You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, the family of the guy that crashed trying to sue you. So it's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy. Right? What if the brake switch went out actually, and it didn't show that he slammed on the brake? But if there's no brake input on the on the box, suicide? I don't know.
Not paying attention, show who's at fault.
Yeah, they can decline a claim at that point.
There's a couple comments up where it says the manual usually says what each light means.
Who made the comment?
Brandon Garnica. So above Jason's.
You
see that one? It's like 4 comments up.
This means what? Each light means Brandon coming.
Now this guy, I'm gonna tell you something about him.
Who that?
He's a subscriber of mine, right?
Brandon?
Yeah, he started at my shop.
Oh, that's what's
2
up.
months ago. Randomly.
Mm,
So, and he told me he's been subscribed to YouTube for a good minute.
that's what's up.
Yeah. I'm like, man,
That's
that's
what's
cool.
up,
That's cool.
friend.
Have you ever had any subscribers end up working with you? Just
No,
coincidentally?
no, I don't.
No?
No, I don't. Well, they do but they started. They was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some subscribers that actually worked there, but they was already there.
I've had a couple come up to me. Hey, I like your videos. Oh, snap. Hey, okay, cool.
Thinking about snatching that out that 145 Honda Accord, putting it in the 04 Chevy Impala. That's what's up. All right, let's damn, it was something else I wanted to touch on, but my computer, it's not acting right, my dude. With some more lights, but as long as we touched on those warning lights.
I know there's a lot. And every manufacturer, like you said, has their own type of light. And I am trying to think.
Evelyn Rodriguez, that's what's up. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. Makes it coming. So to me, if I had to choose one, where that freaking screen at? Oh, it's gone. So if I had to discuss, if I had to, what's the word I'm looking for? The lights. As far as the lights, which one the most important? Guys, I'm gonna say this again. It's check engine light. If it's flashing, do yourself a favor and park the car. Okay. You won't it well, now I take that back because these two lights right here can shut your car, ruin your car, destroy your car, pass running again. You can live with a misfire, heavy misfire because your light flashing. You can't live with a car engine that was run without lubrication because your bearings can seize up and that will mean you need an engine. Or you can't live with a severely overheated. Maybe that's why this check engine light not really red. These two here are. So I'm gonna go with the most important, in my opinion, is check engine light. So what say you, my dude? Hit the big one.
I'd say oil pressure, the oil pressure and the coolant.
If you see those, that's the reason to pull over and shut it down.
The check engine light, there's so many things that can trigger that. So many.
Or like most important.
So many things can trigger that check engine light.
He said it's important, but he said most important. That could be a poll. Which one is the more important? No oil pressure. You know, it's like, but Lakes. Think about it. Like my man said, that car that wouldn't start. It wasn't because it was low oil pressure, because the low oil, the sensor that provides the signal had failed. But then we're dealing with electronics, man. Electronics, crazy things can happen. So it's hard to really say as far as now, if you got actual low oil pressure or low oil level, yeah, that's a different story. But we talking about computers, and computers need data input in order to make a decision. So that one Fluffy had about the car shut off, it received the input from a failed oil pressure sensor and it cut the car off. That wasn't actually low oil pressure or low oil level. So it's hard to gauge what you should really go by, I guess.
Now I think they should have a redundant system to where you got multiple sensors looking at oil pressure. That could tell you whether it's a sensor issue or it's an actual oil pressure issue.
Try to prioritize it.
Yeah.
I mean, said none of the codes can break your car. If you drive an overheated car long enough, you can do some damage, my guy, Mr. K.
It doesn't take much for that engine to heat up either, especially if you're going or idling. You got no airflow going through the condenser.
That's they all different. But all right, well, I'm going through these comments. You see anything interesting?
You do have a super chat though. I do see that.
Where is that? What did I do? I missed something. I gotta stroll all the way up. Lakes Automotive Diagnostic. Lakes got a channel, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lakes, somebody was doing some Pentastar the other day, calling me out, tagging me and stuff. I can't remember who that was. I guess he did his first Pentastar. And yeah, it was tagging me in it. I was confusing him with Lakes, but appreciate that, my guy. Lakes pretty savvy on this thing. He's like,
oh man,
Lakes live stream. What Lakes be doing, man?
He gets on mine. He gets on CP's channel too.
Oh yeah, you be having all them cats on there. And y'all jokers be up late at night.
Sayer Mobile Auto Diagnostic, he gets on too.
Okay. Yeah,
we have fun. We have fun.
Uncle Mark on one time.
Yeah, Uncle Mark was on the last one on Friday.
That's what's up.
They started talking about stuff I didn't even know what they were talking about. It started talking about old school stuff, and I was like,
talk about old school stuff. Stop the screen. I need to highlight my buddy channel, but I don't know where my damn screen at. Pull up Lake's channel, man.
Lakes.
See what Lakes Automotive Diagnostic. Yeah, that's a nice, cool, wholesome name for YouTubing and subscribing. But I saw one of his videos. I think it was.
It might have been him.
No, Lakes ain't done no Pentastar. Lakes don't fool with stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he does everything.
Dude, Lake's one of those guys that work. Oh, new respect.
He works on everything.
My dude, that is what's up. You work on any and everything. You the man.
Yeah. Pathfinder, Camaro,
Nissan,
Volkswagen.
Oh man, dude, that was, oh my god.
I want to say I remember that Pentastar one.
It was ticking.
Was it ticking?
It had to be a ticker.
Dodge Caravan, Cherokee.
Yeah, it had to be a ticker. Gas is most important. This guy said gas is most important. You can't go, but you can't turn
that's true.
No gas, no go.
The gas is gonna trigger everything. Check engine light for misfires is gonna oil level or oil pressure.
That's a catchy phrase. You love the pain, will work on anything. Y'all have fun with that, dude, because I ain't cut out for that. I ain't cut out for that. A lot of people ask me about other makes and models. I think they get the hint when they don't get an answer back from me. And not that I'm being a butthole, I literally don't know the answer.
It's hard.
Yeah.
There's some things we can, generally speaking.
I'm just going to say that. I was just going to say that from a general standpoint, but specific to that particular car, I have a hard time with that. So a lot of times transmission guys are unique breed. I met one who is a friend of my dad. When he found out, he'd be like, how is Corey, my small friend? It was too funny. Yeah. So Lake's putting in that work over there, ain't he?
Oh, yeah,
I see the shorts over there. He got some shorts as well.
Yeah, he got shorts. He got uploads. Long form.
Well, that's what's up.
Trying to get him to start streaming though.
Trying to get him to start doing live stream.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. That'll help get that sucker going. That's for sure.
Yep.
He like me. Gas is more important. Well, guys, it's 9:17. I'm at my time.
He stayed on a little longer than normal.
Yeah, I mean, I had to tighten up. I've been late a lot lately, so I got to get back going. But my dude, I appreciate it, man. These warning lights, they like I say, man, these companies trying to find a way to not have to spend so much money, because by law they have to abide by the agreement that was signed by them and the customer as far as warranty word goes. Yep. You can't go back on your word and say, well, we think you overheated. They got to have a way to prove. They can't just decline something because it's expensive. Okay, so they have to find a way to prove it. I think that's where we headed. I really do. We headed to a proof system or a snitch system, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, we might start seeing that plug end up on ours in, I don't know, 10 years. We're always late to the program when it comes to certain things. We see how everybody else is doing
Yeah,
before we implement it.
yeah, it's
Definitely.
about to get crazy.
And then who knows when we go full EV, how many warning lights are going to be on there? Because everything is going to be computer controlled.
I ain't looking forward to that. Not at all.
That battery light is going to be the most important.
The big battery on the EV cars. Well, it's coming with a major warranty, so yeah, it's coming with a major warranty, so any failure is likely going to be covered, you know. But hey, I appreciate y'all too, man. Shoe Cats, Bearded Tech, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Fluff Dog, like I say, I appreciate it, man. I got to get out of here, guys. We got to do this again soon, and yeah, that's all I have, man. Any final thoughts?
When are you free?
What do you mean?
We can get you on the channel.
Yeah, I'll be good. I would love. For some reason, no. Last time I tried to come on another live stream, I don't know what went wrong. I had to.
We heard you. You couldn't hear us.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we were able to hear you.
I wanted to get there with all y'all guys. See y'all shooting shit now. What's going on in here? Yeah, I don't know what happened or what's going on with my audio as far as when I'm not in control.
Mm-hmm.
You said you heard me, but I couldn't hear y'all.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's something going on with you with the I don't know. Your mixer or something. But obviously you got it taken care of, so
yeah.
we have to try it out.
Yeah, that's what's up. This system has a 30-second memory loop. So if the car blows up or is a wreck, you can go back 1 second at a time. Look at what happened. Interesting. Interesting. Guys, I appreciate it. I gotta go. Fluffed out. Appreciate you, man. I'll see y'all Sunday, okay, on the live stream. Thanks for watching, guys.
All right.